Good morning, y'all. Today we have a little story time of my first time at Vacation Bible School. And just for a quick start, I want to note that this was literally my first time attending VBS ever, not just as an adult volunteer, but just an attendee in general. I never went to VBS as a child or even really attended church regularly. So this was a brand new experience for me. When I first saw people talking about VBS this summer, I honestly thought it meant virtual Bible school since I'm just chronically online. I struggled to get any decent sleep Sunday night. I was so excited and anxious that my brain just would not rest. It was like being a kid who just couldn't wait to see what Christmas morning was bringing. And it was an amazing morning. I got to church early to get familiar with the setup, the schedule, and meet my fellow group leaders. Our group had 14 kindergarten girls, and we had 3 adult leaders and 1 student helper. I have so much respect to teachers out there who handle that many children or more on their own on a daily basis. I don't know how y'all do it. I was checking in our group as they came in, and there was one girl who we'll call Annie for the sake of the story. And she was very nervous on the first morning. She began crying, and I honestly wasn't sure how to react. And thankfully, our student leader came over and got little Annie sorted into our group and calmed down and, just having a good time with the other girls. And little Annie and I became buddies as the day went on. One of the other group leaders jokingly said that she'd imprinted on me. And I even came home and told my husband that she was like my little duckling. And I just absolutely adored her. I did not expect to enjoy the music and dancing so much. I thought that as an adult, I'd find it too corny and campy, but I actually really enjoyed jumping around and dancing and helping to get the kiddos all hyped up and energized as well. And it was such an amazing way to get the kids excited, but also focused for worship. And every day started with a fun little song and dance, a little skit, a small sermon, and then discussion time within our groups. And after that, we went outside for lots of fun activities. And God blessed our Texas summer with no crazy thunderstorms and bearable temperatures. I did make one big mistake the first day, and I wore heavy denim jeans, and I went home full of love and also sweat. Our second day, the theme was hoedown, and let me tell you, little kids dressed up in cowboy boots and hats is some of the cutest stuff. And if it just doesn't melt your heart, then I don't know what will. And a big contrast from day one, little Annie came running in and hugged me at check-in, and I just melted. She really was my little buddy throughout camp. We had a lovely discussion time with the kids, and it was so encouraging to hear children talk about how they trust God and their confidence in their faith. There's such strength in the innocence of childhood, and it is so amazing to see it on display in such a positive way. And the outdoor activities for Hoedown Day included line dancing, stick horse racing, lassoing, digging for gummy worms, and just some good old-fashioned playground time. And it was just another fun day in the books. And then our final day was a bittersweet day, being the last one. We'd gotten to know each other so well, and I really do wish we could have had the whole week. The youth pastor shared a beautiful message about belief, and we went over our memory verse, Psalm 18:2. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. And what is the best way to wrap up a summer camp in Texas? Water activities. There were slip and slides, bounce houses, and huge water slides. A couple of the girls asked me to go with them, and I hadn't brought a towel since I assumed adults wouldn't be allowed on the actual activities. And I was mistaken and went home soaked, but it was absolutely worth it. At the end of it all, I shared some cute little stickers with the girls that I had made, and they all appreciated them so much. I got literally dog piled on with hugs. And I made sure that little Annie knew that I also go to that same church, so we will still see each other. At the end, I just want to say it was really just an amazing experience, and I feel so full after it all. I am so happy that I stepped outside of my comfort zone to volunteer for something like this. And if you have a chance to go to VBS in your area, whether if you're young enough to attend as a child or if you're too old but could attend as a volunteer, I really do recommend it. As an adult, there are plenty of volunteer opportunities, either hands on, like I did as a group leader, or if you're more comfortable doing stuff behind the scenes, they can always use help with things like food preparation, music, and other general setup. And you do not have to be a veteran Christian by any means. I myself am very new to faith and still learning so much. And usually, you don't even have to be a regular member of the host church. It's a lovely way for people young in faith, or even those who don't believe but are curious, to get a look into what a church community really feels like. It's warm, safe, encouraging, compassionate, and so much fun. And after those 3 days, my body is absolutely exhausted, but my soul feels so full and renewed. God bless y'all, and I can't wait to do it again next year.